A close look at the Trump Organization portfolio finds the Trump family's business ties to the Middle East have more than tripled since his first term in office, according to a CNN tally. Even after Trump retook office, the Trump brand has been out promoting flashy new construction projects in countries President Trump is visiting this week.
On behalf of my family, we love Dubai. We love the Gulf.
In Dubai, a new Trump International Hotel and Tower. In Saudi Arabia, a new Trump Tower in Jeddah, and 2 projects in Riyadh.
We are going to redefine luxury anywhere in the world.
His sons sealing deals for projects around the Middle East.
A project unlike any other.
In Oman, Don Jr. and Eric Trump met with the Crown Prince last summer about a Trump-branded resort being developed with the nation's tourism arm.
Trump International Hotel, Oman.
In Qatar, a Trump-branded golf club announced just last month involves a firm that's headed by a Qatari official and backed by Qatar's sovereign wealth fund. A Trump Organization spokesperson says the company does not conduct business with any government entity, adding the Trump branding agreement on the Qatar project is with a builder, a separate company. Eric Trump is currently in charge of Trump Org decisions and has promised to keep them separate from his father. But the president still owns the company. So he stands to make money on any successful deal, whether he's involved or not. The Trump Organization has said Trump would put his assets in a trust managed by his children.
We'll make sure that there's no conflicts, and we'll have those signed off by the best legal teams in the world.
During his first term, Trump's company pledged to make no new deals overseas. But not this time around. And it's not just Trump's real estate deals. An Abu Dhabi-backed fund is using a cryptocurrency from the Trump family crypto firm World Liberty Financial for a $2 billion investment. Critics say the result? The public can't separate Trump the president from Trump the businessman.
Is he making the decision from the basis of what's in the United States' interest, what's in the American people's interest, or is he looking to benefit his business partners, his own business, his own bottom line?
The White House rejects those questions.
It's frankly ridiculous that anyone in this room would even suggest that President Trump is doing anything for his own benefit.
Trump says his business relationships aren't just for the billionaires, but for Americans.
It's an honor to have such a great investor investing in our country.
One publicized early win came from this Emirati billionaire, Hussein Sajwani. He built a Trump-branded golf course and villas in Dubai years ago and spent New Year's Eve at Mar-a-Lago. He's promising to invest $20 billion in U.S. data centers. I sat down with Sajwani earlier this year. The election of Mr. Trump impacted the decision to invest.
Yes, impacted from point of view that we think it's going to be more pro-business. And if that happens, of course, we will invest.
How important is the Trump name to your business, to your brand?
It's very important. Those villas we have done, we made money out of them, and customers are happy, and we are happy, and he's happy.
Well, Rahel, I think the most significant thing we heard was in regards to Syria, really signalling a very major change in U.S. foreign policy. He said that he is exploring normalizing relations with Syria. Now, this came just after he had met with President al-Shara. Also, Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia was in attendance. We understand the Turkish president was on the phone as well. So this was the sit-down, the informal meeting between the leaders of Syria and the United States, a very significant change to what we have seen over previous decades. It comes just a day after the president said that he was going to lift sanctions on Syria. This is something that we know the new government has been pushing for. It's something that Saudi Arabia and Qatar have been pushing President Trump for as well. They have been supporting Syria. We've seen, for example, Saudi Arabia and Qatar paying off WTO debts of $15 million for Syria. Qatar is paying the salaries of its public sector workers to try and put them back on a road to recovery. So the US president very much on board with this plan now. In fact, we heard from one senior Saudi source with knowledge of this saying that the meeting was positive on all levels. Now, of course, One country that will not be happy with this is Israel. We know that Israel did not support the lifting of sanctions against Syria. We have seen expanding military and territorial issues when it comes to Israel and Syria. They have been very active militarily, certainly since Bashar al-Assad, his regime fell last year. So this is really the significant geopolitical event that happened in Saudi Arabia. There was also many events when it came to the financial side, the economics, the significant deals of investment that we were expecting from Saudi Arabia. They said that they will be investing some $600 billion into the U.S. economy. In fact, $142 billion of it in a defense partnership. Now, this has been described by President Trump as the largest defense sales agreement in history. So certainly, from the US President's point of view, this has been a successful first leg of his trip. These are the sorts of deals and big figures that he was looking for. And it would have been considered a success as well from Riyadh's point of view, because they did want to push for sanctions to be lifted against Syria. Now, he will be heading shortly to Doha, Qatar, where he will most likely have more investment deals that he will be having announced. We know that he will then be going on to the UAE here, and that is a similar situation that we will see. That was really considered to be the focus of these three stops for the US president, very much courting investment and very much announcing these significant deals when it comes to defense, AI, cryptocurrency, technology. But of course, there are the diplomatic and geopolitical matters that are much to be focused on as well. Syria really is the most significant when it comes to that change in US foreign policy. Rahel?
You're going to be surrounded by 8 fighters, in about 7 minutes. Then you say, do we need them? And when they say yes, that doesn't make me feel good, right?
How did you find the Syrian president?
Right. I think very good. Young, attractive guy, tough guy. You know, strong pass. Very strong pass fighter.
Does that worry you at all?
He's got a real shot at pulling it together. I spoke with President Erdogan, who I'm very friendly with him. He feels he's got a shot. Doing a good job.
As you can see, we just touched down here in Doha. Behind us, they have literally just rolled out the red carpet for President Trump's arrival. He'll be descending the steps of Air Force One shortly, where he's going to greet the Emir of Qatar. This is where the two leaders will come shortly with both of their respective delegations. But on the plane, President Trump told us something significant about those upcoming talks that are supposed to happen between Russia and Ukraine and Turkey this Thursday. What happens on Thursday if President Putin doesn't show up in Turkey for the talks with Ukraine? What will you do?
Well, I don't know if he's showing up. I know he would like me to be there. And that's a possibility. I don't know that he would be there if I'm not there. We're going to find out. Marco's going. And Marco's been very effective.
If the president does decide to go to Turkey, it would, of course, be in the middle of his first major foreign trip here abroad. He's got one more stop in the UAE coming up, but also it would be significant to have him as a third party at those talks and amid a major question about what the outcome would be.